Okay, so I have to do the intro video post-hike because I forgot to do one this morning. That's why I look like such a disaster at the moment because I just got in the door. Today we went to Susquehanna State Park and we did a trail that was curated on All Trails that involves several different trails, and we followed that trail. It was a loop trail. And it was a really pleasant hike. There was nothing really hard, terribly hard. It was a hot day. It was in the mid to 80s to 90s, but we were in the shade most of the time, so it was kind of cool. And since that trail was only about 2.7, 2.8 miles, we decided to go up the road a little bit and go to Muddy Run Lakeshore Trail just to check it out. And we did that. So you'll see both of those trails on here today, and I hope you enjoy. Okay, so today we're down at Susquehanna State Park, and we're just gonna roam around and check out a couple different trails. One of them is listed on All Trails that covers 2 different overlooks. The first one is almost right away. It's Hawks Point, so we're headed out there now. You can all but see it from where you park in the parking lot, and I'll show you that when we get up there. So this is Hawks Point overlook, and there are people here, so we're going to try to avoid them. Really nice overlook. There's a nice breeze going right now too. That tree. I always like trees like that. Wow, there's even more of a view over here. That might be that bridge no, that isn't the one bridge we came across. That was a different bridge, I think, because we were right next to the river on that one. And there's a little thing here that you can pay or whatever to look out and take the view, like there is at some other parks. But it's a really nice overlook.
With me.
So after you leave the overlook, this particular trail we're following, you just go down and you turn off to the right, and it's coming up, we're going into the woods. And it looks really nice in there because it's a hot day and really can use the shade. But so far out in the main part of the park, the trails are really simple gravel trails and easy to follow. This one looks more like a trail, so we'll see. So the way we took today, we started out, I think, on the Overlook Trail or the Hawks Point Trail, and we went out to Landis Trail and took a little loop, and we're now turning off to the right here. So there's various ways to go here, but just make a note that there are a lot of extra trails here that are not on the map, the official map. So it's good to have an All Trails app with you to stay on track. But you probably wouldn't get too lost. Right now we're just going up this way, and we're going to follow this out to, I believe, the Rhododendron Trail. So we're still on the Landis Trail. We're going around the loop, and the trail went from a normal kind of dirt trail to a really rocky kind of ditched gutter type trail with rocks on the downhill to this really nice groomed wood chip trail. And it's really pleasant out here right now, even because we're in the woods and it's not that hot. We're at another intersection here. This is where apparently the Chimney Trail goes, and we're not going on that. We're just staying on the Landis Trail here. So we'll just keep going, but very well groomed, very pleasant to walk in even though it's hot out. Okay, so we came out of the woods for a little bit. We go by a ball field, and we came out to another area that we probably passed the parking on the way in, but it has picnic tables and facilities. It looks like a really nice place to take your kids. And I think there's a historic house up here. I know there's one on the trail. We might be coming up to it. The James Long or John Long house. But when I get to it, I'll take pictures and show you guys. There's even a little playground for the kids down here. We just passed this house, and there's a little sign up here. I think it'll tell us something about the house. But the map we're following, we're gonna have to find the trail again, wherever it is. We're just following. I don't know, this doesn't really say what it is. Farming Foundations. There's a tractor, I apologize. Doesn't really say what this is, but I think from the other map it says it was the James Long house or something. Right after the James B. Long house, which has no signage or plaque or anything stating what it is, you go past it and you'll get to this rhododendron trail, and that's where we're following today. There's 2 paths here, but just look for the rhododendron trail. Looks like it's going in the woods again. Hooray! Okay, not a lot to video record on this trail as far as points of interest until we get up to this next overlook. There's a lot of ferns, there's a lot of green. The trail changes, the terrain changes a little bit, goes from nicely groomed and wood chips and stuff to back to this kind of dirt trail, which is still really nice. It's actually not overgrown. I only saw one little tree down the whole time, but it's a very pleasant walk through the woods. Don't follow the blazes if you don't, because someone said in the reviews they were all yellow, and they were correct. Everything here, all the blazes are marked in yellow, so you can't just follow a color. Anyway, we're just going to keep going, and we should be coming up to Whistler's Run or Whistler's Overlook soon, and I'll get you on there. All right, we are at Whistler Run Overlook, and the sign says dangerous cliffs, stay on overlook. So we're definitely not going to throw ourselves over the cliff here, but it looks like a really pretty overlook here. Nice boxed in. There's no signs though. It's just on the map that I got that says Whistler's Run, but we're overlooking another part of the Susquehanna River, overlooking a road, parking lot. I'm not sure exactly what that is, if it's part of the dam or what is down there. I'd have to look at my paper map, but look at this view. Always good to have an overlook on a trail. Really nice. And as long as you don't throw yourself over the cliff here. I mean, I know it's tempting. Beautiful spot, beautiful spot. So we're back up here to Hawks Point where we started. I just want to mention that it is a little harder to video when you have someone hiking with you. I don't want to keep stopping the conversation to do videos and stuff. So I just tried to hit some of the highlights along the trail. When we're back up to the parking lot, we're looking at the map. They do have a trail map over here, and it's similar to the one I have, only better. So we might just check out a few of these other trails today.
I've been to Hawaii one time.
So what we decided to do, since that trail was so short, we decided to come on right up the road 15 minutes, and here is Money Run Park, and we're gonna walk as much as we feel like walking around the lake here. It's absolutely beautiful, and I'm really hoping that we can get a good hike out of this one today. So
You get one of those little boats, rent a boat.
yeah, look at this place. It's got a snack bar. It's got all this place for boating. Easy to get to, lots of parking, restrooms. I like it. I like it already. All right, so we're at this Lakeshore trail, and we finally found the trail that went by the lake. So we're walking through. We're right along the river. There seems to be a lot of flies. The trail is a little bit rugged. It's nothing, that most people couldn't walk. But you can see the lake through the trees. The ducks are across the pond. It's kind of a pretty trail. Just seeing how long it lasts as a pretty trail, and if it gets any worse, I'll definitely let you know. So this still is following around the lake. Look at this pretty little inlet. The one thing we were just talking about is it does mention that there are a lot of copperheads, and I guess that makes sense because it's by a lake, and so there's probably, this is a hot time of year and everything, so I'm scanning the ground with every step because I'm terrified of copperheads or rattlesnakes, anything poisonous. Haven't seen one yet, and I should probably knock on wood for that, but isn't this gorgeous? I just love little stuff like this. The trail's pretty well groomed, easy to follow, lots of yellow blazes. It's a little dragonfly. They're so pretty, so colorful. Come on, open your wings up again. Being stuck. That's what it was. It was a reflection. Oh my gosh, this is really pretty. It's like a beautiful little walk. The water's not really raging or anything, it's just kind of trickling along.
This is a good trail for people that have never hiked before.
Yeah, I
Do
would
it
think.
The first time, this is perfect.
Yeah. Look at this cute little trickling stream, and there's a little bridge that we go across. Oh, so pretty. It's a very beautiful trail. I'm glad I came out to check it out. I don't know if we'll go the whole way around because I'm getting a little bit of pain in my back and hip for some reason today, and I think my pack is unbalanced, and I have to take some time to figure out what that's all about. But so far this trail is absolutely gorgeous, and we're gonna go across the little bridge there. Cool, I didn't know that. Look at all the duckies.
Yeah, and
My
look at
friend
them,
says-
look at them.
When they're,
Behind up, yeah.
yeah, he says when their tail is up, they're hunting minnows or something. Look at them, all of them, tailing up. All of them are hungry. It's so cool. We're right by the lake. I love it.
They're pretty big too, so yeah, they've been eating a lot.
Longtime residents of the lake. We're coming out into an exposed area. I'm not going to do the whole trail today because of some hip and back pain, but it looks like we're coming out into a really long, well, maybe not that long, exposed area. Over there you can see some picnic tables. The ducks are out in the grass. I think we would just keep going that way, all around. Pretty. Okay, because the day is getting shorter, we did go only a mile out on the Lakeshore Trail, and we turned around and came back because I was, thinking that maybe it would be a little bit too long of a hike after we just did the other one. So we're just back out to where we came from at the car, and we're getting ready to drive home. But it was a fantastic day, a very beautiful day despite the heat. We were in the shade most of the time. There was a breeze. We saw some beautiful scenery, and it's never too late to go out and go hiking. And now for the closeout video. Well, we wound up going about 5.2 miles total today, involving 2 different trails from All Trails. And I wish we kind of would have went to the Lakeshore Trail instead because it was absolutely gorgeous. Now that one, All Trails says it's about 3.7 miles around the lake, which is why, but it wasn't a strenuous hike. So I opted to do the other one, and then we wound up doing part of Muddy Run Lakeshore Trail. But definitely want to go back there. It's one of the most scenic trails that I've been on recently. Lots of ducks and just right by the water. It's a fabulous park. You can see there's lots of amenities there, and it's not hard. I don't know why I had to take a picture of that sign. It said rugged trail. It really was not that rugged. I mean, it was just not rugged. Not if you're a hiker. I mean, it might be rugged if you have medical issues or, physical issues, but really it's one of the easiest trails that I've been on. The only thing that I was a little concerned about was that it did state on the board at the beginning of the hike in the park that you have to watch out for copperheads, and we didn't see any. But of course I was terrified, so I was watching like really closely for them the whole time. And so I can say that's probably the only thing that would deter me for any reason, but really it wouldn't deter me because I don't get deterred easily. And we had a really enjoyable day, even in spite of the weather being very hot and humid again. We were blessed with lots of shade, and there was a breeze, and we really enjoyed today's hike. I had my friend Julian along with me again, and he's a fabulous hiking partner. Thank you, Julian, for joining me today. And I hope you enjoyed the hike, and maybe you'll visit one of those parks. Namaste.